They say it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, I couldn't get Paul, so you're stuck with Garth, the old original singing roadie. Remember the Golden Nugget days, those early days in downtown Las Vegas? I have a neighbor here on Music Row who's a great artist, and this is his gallery. And we've got Willie Nelson right behind me. I don't remember if you ever did, but I remember smoking a joint with Willie one time in his suite. But down on the stage in the lounge at the Golden Nugget, I remember that time when you were on stage right and Randy Dorman was on stage left, and the stool was in the middle, and Kenny would get on his stool and bring the microphone stand back, and one of you would hand him his gut string guitar. But one time, and I forget who found this, but you all had a classical guitar that was cut straight down the center of the neck and the body of the guitar, and then pieced together so that it looked normal, but you could take it apart and look inside and see how the bridge and the inside the guitar was held together. So remember that time that you went to hand Kenny his guitar, and you and Randy were tugging it back and forth in front of Kenny, in front of 300 people in the audience, and all of a sudden you broke it in half, and you each tried to hand Kenny your half of the guitar, and he thought it was his, and boy was he freaked out. Remember that? And then this was more of a prank I played on all of you, but there was that time you were all doing Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town. I think we used to close with it. And I had all of the stage doors mic'd on the stage. So all of a sudden, when we all got to the line, she's leaving now because I just heard the slamming of the door. I got all the stagehands to slam doors all over the stage. And Kenny lost it, you all lost it. The song was over, the set was over, the show was over. I could go on with some of those, but I also remembered that time that a little few years later, I guess, we were flying commercial, and you were on the window seat and I was on the aisle seat, and there was a young boy, teenager, sitting in between us. And the flight attendants brought us our meal for the flight, and laid them down on our tray tables. And you looked at it and said, "What is this?" And I looked at it and I said, I don't know. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. Sort of my reference to the old Life cereal commercials. And I pointed at the kid sitting in between us, at which point the lady in the row behind us leaned out, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "That is Mikey. I'm his mom." And what are the chances? And then there was that one time, I don't know if you remember this or not, but you kind of got me in trouble. And you may remember that Kenny didn't like to read his own interviews. And not interviews, but reviews in the newspaper. And I had my briefcase on the coffee table in the dressing room, and it was open, and the newspaper in there was from the night before, the city we were in the night before. And when I wasn't looking, you took the newspaper out, and I think you were reading the sports section, but you laid the rest of the paper down. And that's when Kenny arrived, and he saw his review, and the headline said, "Roly-poly Kenny rolls 'em in the aisles." And he wasn't happy about that, but I forgive you. So Ricky, Harper, look at this. I'm having a hard time believing that you're 4.5 years older than me. When did that happen? So I dug out this piece of paper that I had you fill out in 1977. I had everybody fill these out. It's got your name, address, your contact information, somebody to call, your mom, Constance Fletcher. For emergency purposes. And I dug it out, and sure enough, look at this. Rick Harper, born January 8th, 1945 in Chicago, Illinois. Well, all I can say is, happy birthday, Rick. We had some good times. I hope you enjoy this building video that Randy's putting together for you. And Karen, give your boy Ricky a hug from me. And Rick, congratulations on this milestone, reaching 80 years old. Cheers.